Brian is driving in this direction. Our storm chaser, Brian South, is heading in this direction right here. He's heading over toward the Oglesby area. And again, it's just going to be to your north and to your northwest of Oglesby, the area of concern at this time. And that has a possible or Doppler radar indicated tornado in it as that begins to track to the northeast at 30 to 35 miles per hour. You're looking at that live picture again. Most of that activity where he is, it's dry, but he's going to be running into some very, very heavy rainfall, some lightning, some thunder out there at this time. If you want to flip over to maybe velocity at that close moment, there we go. That'd be a good indication too of where the possible rotation is here. So this is the spot of concern, and what we are going to be watching is that it's going to be passing just to the north, it looks like, and northwest of the Oglesby area as it continues to move off to the north and to the east. So you can kind of see some cities up ahead around the Highland area. I think McGregor, it might be just to your northwest as that begins to move in. And that picture you see at the bottom right there, that's a live picture. That's our Fox 44 Apple Sport Chevy Storm Interceptor picking up the clouds, the low clouds there. It's not raining yet real heavy where Brian is. That storm chaser Brian South, but it will start to pick up here very, very soon as that moves up. This is the area that we're watching. We're showing you a live picture there. You can see there at the bottom of your screen. So it kind of goes hand in hand of what he's seeing out there with what we are seeing on our exclusive Viper radar, and it's almost identical. There's the tracker on there. Let me back out just out of the way here so I can show you. Highland area around 12:09, over toward Windsor at 12:10, Spiegelville at 12:19, Lake Waco at 12:24, Waco 12:30, East Waco around 12:35 is when you'll see the showers and the storms. We'll go back over to our reflectivity here. We'll clean up our storm tracker and put this into motion because we're going to watch the heavier rainfall begin to move in. I know Brian is going to be heading right toward it, which is not far away from the Oglesby area. And Brian, there's a leading edge of some very heavy showers and thunderstorms, heavy rainfall that will be pushing into. You can kind of see it. Let me get out again. You can kind of see the heavy, the clouds, the low clouds, the dark clouds here. That's because he's heading right into where the showers and storms are. There's a live picture. Let's just stay with that. Looks good right there. Once again, that is our Fox 44 Apple Sport Chevy Storm Interceptor. It's on Highway 84 heading toward Oglesby. Well, we have a storm chaser, Brian South, at the controls right now. Very light rain at this moment, but you'll notice the lowering of just kind of almost like a wall. I would say more of a shelf cloud out toward that area at this time. It looks like he's going to be picking up some more rainfall here very, very soon as that tracks off in that direction. But once again, you'll notice that the skies have quickly turned dark here, very indicative of the strong thunderstorms that are firing up. You can see some people are just kind of pulling over on the side of the road there. Want to make sure they're okay. You do see some little fingers kind of hanging around there, just nothing that's really intense at this moment, but that's just some scud clouds. Scud clouds are just some low-hanging clouds from a cumulonimbus cloud, basically that look a lot worse than they are, and that's what we're seeing out there. But as he races off to the west on Highway 84 toward Oglesby, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. This is what he sees on his view. Again, our storm chaser, Brian South, is heading in that direction in our Fox 44 Apple Sport Chevy Storm Interceptor, and what you are looking at right now is on-again, off-again rain across the area as it pushes off in that direction. Again, he's heading right toward where the thunderstorms and the heavy rainfall are occurring, I should say, at this time. Not much in the way of any heavy rainfall where he is at this moment, but I know he's going to be running into it very, very soon. Now, the main circulation area, if you want to pull that, yeah, thank you, Xavier. Let's pull that back out just a little bit. If you can hear me in there, Brian, it's going to be north of the Oglesby area at this time. That is the area of concern north of Oglesby, and it almost looks like it's going to be just tailing to the northwest of McGregor at this time as it tracks up to the northeast northeast at about 35 miles per hour. It almost has more of a north-northeast movement as that begins to push off in that direction. There's that tornado warning that's still in effect. That goes until 12:15 for western parts of McLennan County. You can see the rotation now starting to creep into McLennan County, right? So that McLennan County starting to get a little bit more included now with that. You notice the rain now down there from Brian. He's on Highway 84 heading toward Oglesby. What he's picking up, that's our storm tracker, Brian South, is picking up the heavy rainfall. He's pulled over to the side of the road right now. Windshield wipers are on full blast, kind of seeing what's going on at this moment. He's moving very slowly, but he's heading toward where the thunderstorms are. Brian, it's going to be just to your north. It's just going to be there. You're in Oglesby right now. It's going to be to your north, almost northwest. That's where the area of concern is right now. If you are in Crawford, you're over toward basically the Windsor area. You need to take cover right now. This is a dangerous situation. As you can see, visibility is not the best, and we're seeing a lot of the rotation in the mid-levels of the atmosphere, which means you can't see anything out there if you look, because at the low levels, we're not seeing much, or it's pretty weak. So it's in the clouds, it'll drop quickly, and that's where we get our problem here. If you live in those areas, though, you need to be seeking shelter right now, especially if you're in Crawford. Crawford, head to your safe spot right now. Center part of your home. You also want to be getting away from your windows. You also want to find a closet, or if you can't get in the closet, a bathroom. Someplace where there are no windows. That's where you want to stay there. Maybe you even want to cover yourself up here in case there is flying debris or flying glass. Then you're protected. But you are in line, right in line with that as that begins to push in your area. Once again, heavy rainfall out there, a lot of lightning, not to mention the possible tornado that's been going on in that region. There's a tracker on that. We'll stretch it out as it pushes off to the northeast at about 30 to 35 miles per hour. Crawford, you're in line right now. You've got that heavy rainfall that's been moving through here. McGregor, within the next 5 minutes or so, 5 to 10 minutes, you'll notice the rain begin to pick up here, and basically some stronger winds. The hail has been under 1 inch in diameter, which is some good news, but you'll notice that line, though. When you see that line, you'll definitely be looking at not only some very, very strong winds with that, but heavy rainfall, and there's where that possible rotation is with the times there on the side. Once again, as we take a peek there at the times there, takes it over toward McGregor here in the next 4 minutes, over toward Windsor around 12:06, over toward Willow Grove at 12:11, Bosque, South Bosque at 12:12, and China Spring around 12:13. We're going to continue to monitor what storm chaser Brian South is doing. Once again, he's still heading on 84 there toward the Oglesby area. We'll let you know if he changes direction, but that's where he's going right now. He's in the Fox 44 Apple Sport Chevy Storm Interceptor. And for the most part, you can see the rain has kind of eased up just a little bit here across that area where he is. But some very heavy amounts of the rain starting to begin to push into the central part, at least almost central part of McLennan County, but tailing back over toward Crawford. There's McGregor right now. Between Crawford and McGregor, you need to be going to your safe shelter. The sirens are going off. You know that you need to get to a place where there are no windows into your safe spot, because this has the possibility of producing a tornado. We are still getting our shear marker on here indicating that rotation of the wind, and that's a very dangerous situation as that begins to push off to the northeast. Velocity indicates the wind. Once again, we're keeping an eye on the wind here. That red going away from the radar site, green going toward, all moving in that north to northeast direction. All right, we're getting a little bit closer to Crawford. Let's get a little bit closer there, Xavier. Let's go right into, there we go, the Crawford area, I should say, for the most part. And what you are looking at right now, if you're in Crawford over toward the Highland area, possible tornado not far away. You can kind of see the circle there. That is what we are looking at right now. You see the green? The green right next, the bright green right next to the bright red. That's not good. That's where the possible tornado would be. Once again, the tornado warning is in effect for western McLennan County till 12:15, and it looks like this is the reason why right now. We're going to stay with this. You're looking at Brian South. That's our storm chaser in the bottom right. He's showing you live pictures as we are traveling on 84 at this moment. That's our Fox 44 Apple Sport Chevy Storm Interceptor. Now the rain is beginning to pick up here. Windshield wipers are on full, and you'll notice that the roadways are definitely wet. We are watching for any possible lowering right now. We do have rotation in the mid-levels of the clouds, and that's what the Doppler radar is picking up. So if you look outside your window, I don't see anything out there. You can't. It's in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere. The mid-levels, for the most part, is where the rotation is going on here. But if you live in Crawford, you are in line. You need to seek shelter now in Crawford. You need to get to your safe spot. You need to get to an area where there are no windows, bathroom, or also you need to get into a closet. Stay away from those windows. Most people that get injured or killed in these type of situations from flying debris, from flying glass, flying rocks, stones. So stay away from windows if you live in Crawford. This is a very, very dangerous situation. This has been holding its own as it all moves off to your northeast. And there it is. There's the current track. So once again, this is nothing to play around with. We are watching this tornado warning in effect for your area as it moves into Crawford here very, very soon, probably within the next couple of minutes, not far away from Highland, also toward the Windsor area, Caldwell Crossing. All need to be heading into the safe spot right now. We're going to stay close with that for right now. You'll notice Crawford, you're in line. So if you're just joining me right now, you're in Crawford, you hear the sirens going on, go to your safe shelter right now. Tornado warning in the Crawford area, western McLennan County. We've got a possible tornado being picked up here with Doppler radar. Could see some very, very strong winds. We're seeing the heavy rainfall right now. You need to be in your safe spot. Center part of your home, away from windows, bathroom, maybe a closet. Stay away from any glass out there at this time as it moves through your area. This is the area of concern as it moves through. So we're hanging with this right here because Crawford is in line of seeing a possible tornado here as that moves in your direction. Once again, it's been moving to the northeast at 30 to 35 miles per hour. It's been producing some very, very heavy rainfall. Hail's been about 3/4 inch, so that's 0.75, just below severe limits. But the rotation at the mid-levels of the atmosphere have still been pretty strong. So possible tornado still not far away from Crawford, and most of that activity continues to move to the northeast. You are looking at another live picture there in your bottom right of your screen. That's our Fox 44 Apple Sport Chevy Storm Interceptor. Storm chaser Brian South is on Highway 84 heading toward McLennan County right now. You'll notice once again he's trying to get out ahead of the showers and storms. He's on 84. Rainfall seems to be light, at least at this moment. You'll notice, Brian, it's going to be to your north and to your, basically to your west, to your left side here of the car. And what we are seeing out there right now doesn't look too bad where he is. But once again, our main concern is if you live in Crawford, you're under the gun. You've got a tornado warning. You've got a possible tornado knocking on the door, and it's moving to the northeast. So if you live in Crawford, you need to seek shelter right now. The sirens are going off. You need to make sure you get to the center part of your home. You want to stay away from those windows, bathroom, get to a closet, any place like that right now to make sure you're okay here across the western part of McLennan County as it moves in your direction. Brian's going to be showing us some more live pictures as he moves a little bit closer to where the showers and the storms are at this time. But we are keeping track right now of possible showers and storms that have been moving through the area. Getting a few reports right now with a possible visible wall cloud there northwest of McGregor. Again, that's unconfirmed. Possible wall cloud that's just northwest of McGregor right now. And that's kind of what we've been talking about here. See McGregor? This would be the area right here, kind of a little inflow notch going on at this time. So that's the spot of concern right now. This storm seems to be holding its own. But if you are in McGregor, you need to be seeking shelter, as well as the people in Crawford. Crawford is going through right now. You need to be in your safe spot, period. Highland over towards Spiegelville, not far away from Lake Waco, also looking like we need to be thinking about heading to our safe spot with that tornado warning in effect. I want to pull that back out a little bit here. Xavier, we'll go ahead and show you, there we go, of where the movement is at this time. So you can see upstream the communities that are going to be included in that, over toward Caldwell Crossing, eventually up toward the Golston, Spiegelville area. Here's Woodway, here's Hewitt, here's Lorena. So it's basically west and northwest, and it's been moving to the northeast. So it should stay just away from your community right now. But these things have a mind of their own. They could turn in a dime. So we're going to keep everybody under the gun. Severe thunderstorm warning continues now. We're going to continue the warning as we hit the tornado warning. Okay, now the tornado warning, they're going to put a new tornado warning out that will include Waco. Our low-level moisture, our low-level rotation now has picked up. It's strong low-level rotation. It's been persisting with the storm. It's trying to produce a tornado. It's been trying here for a while. So what we are concerned about now, we'll stay right here in McLennan County, because now the National Weather Service is going to issue a tornado warning for central McLennan County. That includes the Waco area, as well as Woodway, Hewitt, Robinson. So this line of showers and storms definitely moving to the northeast, but we've got to watch basically they call that the southern flank of this thunderstorm here, where the possible tornado is. That's what's going to be moving off to the east. So Spiegelville over toward Windsor, not far away from the Caldwell Crossing area. Here's downtown Waco, Belmead. There we go. There's the tornado warning that's been issued. It is just north of Woodway, just north of the Hewitt area. There's the warning that goes until 12:45 this afternoon, as this line of showers and thunderstorms continue to roll in that area. Let's see the latest here, which is going on here for the most part. We do have that thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado over Crawford, and that's what we've been talking about. It's near McGregor, moving to the northeast at 35 miles per hour. You want to get to your safe spot right now. We need to watch out for the possibility of flying debris. It's very, very dangerous, so that's why you're in your shelter. If you're in a mobile home, you want to get to a better place than that. You want to stay away from windows, even your vehicle for the most part. And you know what? Tree damage is possible with some of the thunderstorms that have been moving through your area. We've got nothing confirmed so far, but it's all been Doppler radar indicated. The strongest rotation right now is over Crawford, so we'll zoom right in there, and you got it. Keep it right there. You're good, Xavier. You're good right where you are there, and that's what we were talking about. We were been stressing over and over and over. If you're in Crawford right now, you have to be in your safe shelter right now. It is going right over possible tornado in the Crawford area. There it is. It's being shown on our exclusive Doppler radar on our velocity, tracking off to the north, to the east. Caldwell Crossing, over toward Rock Creek, Golston. Notice just northwest of Waco, tornado warning in effect right now until 12:45 this afternoon, as this whole line begins to march across central parts of McLennan County. This rotation here has been holding its own for the last hour or so. It's been very strong, especially at the mid-levels, and now the low-level rotation starting to pick up in intensity right now. If that picks up, then we'll see something fall from the clouds here. But we have not seen anything confirmed yet from the National Weather Service. It's all been Doppler radar indicated, but it's around Crawford. Moving to the northeast, put a tracker on that, Xavier, and let's just keep going with the trackers on this. Stretch it off to the northeast. It's about 30 to 35 miles per hour, to give you an idea where we are headed right now. You might have to go out a little bit. There you go. A little bit farther. Yep. And for the most part, there's that rotation. Backing out here shows you over toward Highland at 12:11, over toward the Windsor area at 12:12, China Spring 12:21. less than 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes here. You need to be thinking about where to go here in your safe shelter at this time. Spiegelville, 1222. You'll notice over toward Valley View around 1225, moving over toward that area as well. As we pick up the rainfall outside, getting some rain out there with our reflectivity starting to move through our area at this moment. So we are looking at that. I don't know if you could go over, Xavier, when you have a chance, even to our radar. Actually, we're on the radar. Go over to maybe one of our tower cams, our sky trackers. We can kind of show you what's happening here in the Waco area. I think we've got it aimed in that direction here. We'll try to figure out what's going on for the most part. So what you are seeing right now on our Viper radar is that possible tornado, and we are really concerned about that. Here we go, back out. Tornado warning in effect. Central, the northern part and western part of McLennan County. That runs until 12:45 at this time. These showers and these storms continue to hold their own as it moves across our area. I can tell you right now, Baylor's emergency communication system is activated right now. The sirens and the alerts are out at Baylor University. I can tell you that at this moment. We are also looking at the sirens are going on right now west of I-35 here in McLennan County. I can hear the sirens outside right now. So the sirens are going off right here in Waco. There's the movement here. All right. So what we have that too. Hey, Tim, we're going to put some stuff up on links 2. So if we can go back and forth from links 1 to links 2, that would be great. Thank you very much. Again, so what you are looking at, this is our live sky tracker, our live Centex roof system sky tracker right here in the Woodway area. And we are looking off to the west. Very, very difficult to see right now, but we're keeping an eye to the sky. The sirens are going off, and what we are watching, the possibility of maybe some a lowering or maybe some rotation going on, but we don't see anything out there at this time. No rainfall has been falling either at this moment, but it'll continue to pick up here as we hit the next couple of minutes. Here we are in Waco. We're kind of shooting that tower cam, our sky tracker, off to the west. This is all moving off to the north and to the east. This tornado warning in effect right now until 12:45. Lacey Lakeview, the Golston area. You need to be heading to your safe spot right now as it moves through your community, or getting ready to head in that direction. The sirens from basically up and down I-35 areas back to the west are going off at this time, and that continues. Where do we go? Where do you need to go? Let's take a look right now here. The best place to go, you want to get into your tornado shelter. If you don't have one, get to a room or a basement if you have a basement. It's also good to get on the lowest level. Interior room, stay away from windows. Again, most people that get injured or die in these situations die because of flying debris, flying glass, flying stones, flying rocks. It is not good to be out in an open area, not good to be in manufactured homes. We're talking about with a flat roof on top, not. And very, very bad to be in a car, mobile home, or even under a highway overpass or those girders. You don't want to be in line because of that flying debris here across the area. So that's where you need to go. There's our Viper radar, and what you are watching right now is that tornado warning. It includes the Waco area. Now it's a little bit farther to the northwest that we are concerned about. If you want to run the radar, Xavier, it's all right. We'll just go back and forth over there. What we are seeing is that just north of Crawford right now, the possible rotation of that tornado in that region. We'll get closer in. Go ahead, Xavier. You hear the sirens? Yeah, sirens are going off right now in the area. There's Highland over toward the Caldwell Crossing area. There's China Spring. If you're in China Spring right now, you need to head to your safe shelter. Anybody in this region right now needs to head to their safe spot. This is a very dangerous situation. We've had reports, Doppler radar indicated reports of possible rotation that could be producing a tornado in this area as it tracks off to the north and to the east. And it continues to drop some very, very heavy rainfall at this time here. Getting reports right now, just checking out from the National Weather Service. We're getting reports of some structural damage in the Coryell County area there. Looks like right around FM 116 and Pidcoke. There was some damage in that report right now. All right, the strongest rotation with these supercells approaching the Waco area. It's about to cross Highway 6 just west of town. Very strong rotation still indicated by radar, but nothing confirmed at this time. Xavier, take me there, will you? What we are watching at, for the most part, let's take a look at we need to see the rotation out here. There we go, coming in here to Highway 6. Coming across, yep, right there's Highway 6. This is the strong rotation. Again, nothing visually has been confirmed right now, but Doppler radar indicates this is the possible tornado or the funnel cloud that will be heading right toward the Caldwell Crossing area, just right along Highway 6 and then north. This is Highway 6 right here, just north of Highway 6. So China Spring, safe shelter now. You need to get there over toward the ERAT area, down toward basically Lake Waco. There's Bananas Junction. All need to be heading to your safe spot now. We've got a possible tornado that will be bringing not only some very strong winds, but heavy rainfall with it, a lot of lightning out there, and you need to be heading to that area at this time as it moves off in your direction. So once again, that is the area of concern here across the region, and it looks like that's what we're going to be seeing for at least the next 15 to 20 minutes as that's been holding together. I'm talking about the Caldwell Crossing area as well. Here's where you need to go. If you live in those communities, take a look at that. You want to get to your safe room. You want to put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. If you have a basement, that's great. That's the best place to go. The lowest floor, you want to stay in the interior room. Most people that get hurt or die from flying debris here, you want to stay away from those mobile homes. You want to stay away from a car. If you happen to live in maybe the third story there of an apartment, get down to the first story there. Get to your neighbors if you can there. If you're in a mobile home or a car, just get out of it. It's better to lay in the ditch than be in your car when there's a tornado warning in your area. So that's what you need to do right now. Once again, here is our reflectivity showing you where the showers and storms are. Caldwell Crossing under the gun right now. You should be heading to your safe spot right now. It's knocking on the door. China Spring, head to your safe spot right now. We just told you where to go here, but again, get away from those windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Flying debris could be a main concern in the China Spring area. Heavy rain, thunder, lightning all moving through. This is where the possible tornado is right now as it tracks just north of Lake Waco, or at least we're watching it right now as it continues to move in that direction. We'll keep it at this level here. Xavier, throw a tracker on here. We'll put a tracker just to give you an idea. That is tracking off to the north and to the east, but I wanted to show you some more communities that are included in this as it pushes off in that northeasterly direction. It's been holding its own. That area of rotation has not weakened, especially at the mid-levels, and you'll notice a track on this here. So take a look. China Spring, 12:20. What's the time now? 12:16. So the next 4 minutes, it could be moving through your neighborhood. Take cover. Now, as we hit over toward the Valley View area at 12:25, there's over toward the Patrick area, there's Bosqueville at 12:30, also toward Golston around 12:31. This line also indicates some very, very strong winds associated with that. So not only are we dealing with the possibility of the tornado, we also have to deal with some very strong winds. Hail's been under 1 inch in diameter. That hasn't been the big threat right now, but take a look at this. We are watching this. This is our storm chaser, Brian South. Once again, he's east on Highway 84. He is in our Fox 44 Apple Sport Chevy Storm Interceptor. We are monitoring that situation not far away. You'll notice a little lowering there, some clouds that are definitely worth keeping an eye on. That is for sure at this time. But he's keeping an eye on what's going on. We saw that on our Viper radar. But once again, you'll notice the activity was starting to pick up. It is just off basically to the west of Lake Waco, off to the west of the Spiegelville area as we put this into motion. But you're all under the gun. If you're in Bananas Junction as well as Rock Creek, China Spring, Caldwell Crossing, you need to be in your safe shelter right now as that moves in your direction. Lacey Lakeview, Elmont, over toward Ross, Rogers Hills, Roger Hill, you all need to be basically ready to go here and heading down to your safe spot. We'll back it out just a little bit here, Xavier, just to show you kind of the whole area here. Here's Waco, here's Woodway, here's Hewitt. It's to the northwest of the Waco area that is under the gun right now with the tornado warning that goes until 12:45. We're still seeing more showers and storms kind of filling in behind that, but that's all tracking off to the northeast. If you live in West, Ross, Goldston, over toward the Tyson area, be ready to move to your safe spot, okay? We've got a possible tornado on the ground, or at least in the clouds, I should say. It's not been confirmed, but we've got Doppler radar indicated tornado in the Caldwell Crossing area, right where the circulation is here, and that's all been tracking off to the north and to the east at about 20 to 25 miles an hour. So it's moving pretty fast for the most part. It's been holding its own, and what we are seeing for the most part is showers and storms continue to develop back behind it, that flank back off to the west. As we take you live back outside with our sky tracker, what you are watching is some showers and storms off to our west and to our north. We've got this on links too, Tim. What we are watching on our sky tracker here, once again, our live Centex roof system sky trackers. Thank you. We are monitoring the situation out there. It's not raining here in Woodway, at least at this time, but what we are seeing is those showers and storms to our north and to our west, heading over toward the Elmont area, Lacey Lakeview, Belmead, continues to drop some very heavy rainfall and some strong winds as it moves off in that direction. So we're looking pretty good. Yeah, go ahead, Xavier, if you want to. We're going to stay with that, Tim. Xavier's going to kind of move the camera just to around just a little bit here and pick up a little bit in the way of some of that rainfall for the most part. But that's a live picture outside. We're scanning the skies here in Woodway. And like I said, it's north and west of the Woodway area, north and west of Waco. But if you live in Belmead over toward Lacey Lakeview, Elmont, that's where you need to be concerned about right now in your area. So there it is as we take a peek here, what's going on across the region. We want to switch back. Well, there is a shot heading to that's east. You're heading east over there, or at least basically on Highway 84. There for the most part. That's okay. You can't probably see a lot anyhow from our Woodway sky tracker, but there it is on our exclusive Viper radar. Waco, Woodway, Belmead. Off to your west and northwest, we are seeing the showers and thunderstorms continue to lift to the northeast. Around the Caldwell Crossing area, you need to be in your safe shelter now. It's moving through. If you're not there, it's too late because this is where it's going through. Goldston over toward Ross, and it does look like the little center of rotation there, our little shore marker, has fallen apart just a little bit, which is great news. But we still have the tornado warning until 12:45. Notice the bright reds there. This is what we are watching it for right now around the Caldwell Crossing area, and that's lifting northeast. If you live in the Goldston area, Ross, west, just in that region, the northern part of McLennan County, you need to be thinking about heading to your safe spot right now because this thunderstorm, the supercell, has had a history, or at least over the last several hours has had a line of possible isolated tornadoes associated with it as it pushes off to the northeast in that area. There it is on the velocity. Velocity is indicating the wind. The red indicates the wind blowing away from the radar site. The green, obviously, toward, and there's a tracker on that for you. All right, now, also getting reports there that we could possibly see some hail in that region across our area as well. There's the velocity. We put a storm tracker on there from Goldston, basically heading up toward Hill County, eventually Limestone County for the most part. But you'll notice most of that activity continues to hold pretty steady here across the region. So what's going on for the most part is that we're seeing the showers and storms that are not weakening across our area. We're talking about the rotation been going up and down. Now it's going down just a little bit, but here's a tracker on our velocity. we're looking at the wind inside the thunderstorms, heading very close to the Elmont area around 1232, over toward, you'll notice that the Mount Calm area at 1256, Hubbard at 106. If it holds, it'll be marching in your direction here very soon as that pushes away. It does look like it's just going to be off to the west and to the north of Waco, just off to the west and north of Belmead right now as it continues to lift. But at least right now, our shear marker has disappeared, which is indicating where the Doppler radar is picking up the rotation. One's going one way, one's going the other way. We're talking about the wind, and that's starting to fall apart, at least weakening maybe just a little bit as that pushes off into that direction. But Goldston, Ross, west, over toward the Axtell area, all under the gun right now with that severe thunderstorm warning that is still in effect, and that'll continue to be the story. This has all been associated with that dry line, and out ahead of the dry line, showers and thunderstorms have been firing up, and that's what we're seeing out there right now. Now, a large part of our area still under the tornado watch. The tornado watch goes until 6 o'clock this evening. It does include the Waco area, and obviously we are seeing some showers and storms out there. Xavier, let's pull it back out. Let's give people a better perspective of what's coming up upstream too. There's that line continuing down toward Lampasas, Burnett. Bell County, you're pretty quiet right now, but most of the activity, as you can see there, has been in the northwestern part of McLennan County, beginning to push into Hill County, Navarro County, not far away from Limestone County as well. And that line kind of goes back toward Gatesville and just to the north. A lot of this activity has been holding pretty steady here, 30, 35 miles per hour to the northwest, and that line continues down to the south, and they should be filling back in here maybe by later on this afternoon and evening if the atmosphere can kind of recoup the showers and storms. But this is the area of concern. We'll go into McLennan County right now, and what we are watching, tornado warning still in effect until 12:45 for this region. Heavy rainfall, possible tornado would be down in this area, heading now just north of the Caldwell Crossing area. Matter of fact, I'm going to keep my finger there. If you want to flip over to velocity here, Xavier, yep, that's pretty close to what we were thinking here, looking at the reflectivity. It's weakening, but anytime you see anything bright out there, bright red, bright green, you really need to be cautious and concerned about it. Goldston, you need to be heading to your safe shelter right now. Ross, it looks like it's just to the west of the Belmead area, tracking to the northeast at about 30 to 35 miles per hour. Ross and west, even Elmont, you might want to be thinking about ready to head to your safe spot at this time. This is a Doppler radar indicated tornado. Nothing has been confirmed, meaning nothing's been seen by a storm spotter or another meteorologist out there. But it's been Doppler radar indicated, and that's why you hear the sirens going off in your area. Take a look at some of the communities there over toward Elmont around the 12:30 hour or so, over toward the Axtell area, 12:47, as it tracks off to the north and to the east. Once again, just staying to the west, just staying to the north right now of Waco, Hewitt, Woodway, down toward Lorena, the Bruceville, Eddy area. That's where the line of showers and storms continue to roll, at least at this time, as they move off to the north and to the east. New information, we will take a peek here to see if anything else is coming down here. A tornado warning remains in effect until 12:45 for McLennan County here. So for the most part, we're looking at a storm that's near Lake Waco right there, right? There's Lake Waco for the most part, yep, just north. What you are looking at is moving northeast at 35, but it's radar indicated, so we've had no confirmation of this whatsoever, but it's a thunderstorm that's capable of producing a tornado in that area, 7 miles northwest of Waco, but it's moving northeast, so that's good news. It's moving away from the area as well. Getting reports right now of just mainly some wind here, but that's the latest update that we have on the tornado warning here. We're just talking to the Weather Service. We're looking at see what they have here, and for the most part that will continue to move to the northeast. It does look like some of the rotation in the mid-levels may be weakening just a little bit, which is some great news as that moves off to the northeast, but very heavy rain If you're in Bosqueville, it's just off to your west. You're getting some rain right now, but the heavier rainfall is to your northwest, and that's going to be pushing up toward Golston there, eventually heading over toward Ross. Here's Elmont, right along I-35, Lacey Lakeview. So it looks like, for the most part, you notice how this is starting to trim back just a little bit here, too, on the tornado warning. They're updating that as we speak here, the National Weather Service here. But this would be the area of concern as that tracks off to the northeast at about 30 miles per hour. Put a tracker on this and shows you it's heading over toward the Elmont area, over toward Lacey Lakeview, Ross, not far away from Golston. Golston, you're getting hammered right now with some very heavy rainfall at this time. But there's a tracker on it that takes it over toward Bosqueville. Basically around 12:29. The next couple of minutes, Bosqueville, you're going to be in line of seeing some of the showers, the storms, possible gusty winds moving through. Elmont at 12:38. So there's a little distance there for you to be prepared for that. Over toward Lacey Lakeview at 12:38. Over toward Axtell at 12:52. And Montcalm around 12:59 is when we expect that. And they've been holding their own. Yeah, they're weakening maybe just a little bit, but I wouldn't let your guard down, that is for sure. We've got that tornado warning still in effect until 12:45 here for the northern part and the western part of McLennan County. You'll notice most of it, again, continues to move to the northeast. Here's Waco, just to give you an idea, but Lake Waco under the tornado warning right now. There's Bosqueville, Lacey, Lakeview, Elmont. This is the area that we'd be concerned about. It's not as well defined as it was. We call that an inflow notch right there, that drier air trying to push in for the most part. So what we are looking at is some very heavy rainfall out there, strong winds. Could see some winds, 50 to 60 miles per hour easily with some of this, not to mention low visibilities and a lot of lightning out there going on from Rogers Hills down toward the Golston area, heading over toward Ross. This is Interstate 35, so it will be crossing Interstate 35 here soon as it lifts to the north at about 35 miles per hour. Basically, what we are watching is the possible tornado that's in this. Otherwise, you need to be on the lookout, too, for some very heavy rainfall, which